Yep.
I cannot live with regret.
Yep, same.
Failure's fine.
Yep.
Failure ain't no make you know, never mind. Success is fine too. But the unknown, I can't sleep at night knowing, man, if I would have just tried. Because I believe that if you don't activate your idea, it'll go to somebody else.
Go somewhere else. It's energetic.
Yes, somebody else will have that same idea and activate it, and you'll be sitting there, they stole my idea. You don't know them.
Yeah.
So
the idea never belonged to you.
No.
It only belongs to you when you execute it. Then you can say it's mine because now it's out and it's the proof that you did it. But it doesn't belong to you.
Speaks.
It really do speaks.
Lish really do speaks.
Speaking.
Lish Speaks is a great name.
Thank you.
Because you be speaking.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Lish Speaks, and welcome back to another episode of my podcast, I'll Just Let Myself In. Listen, this is the podcast where we don't wait for an imaginary permission slip or some seat at some imaginary table. We let ourselves into our God-given doors. And today, I am super excited. I'm feeling super blessed. I'm even a little bit nervous, which if you watch this, you know I'm not normally like this, because I have a guest that just really lives out and embodies what we do here at I'll Just Let Myself In. This person quite literally let themselves into the entertainment industry and has done so much. Let me tell you a little bit about him. He is an actor, a comedian, a director, a New York Times best-selling author already. He has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube, 2.2 million subscribers on Instagram, 1.2 million followers on TikTok. He's a father. He's a husband. He seems to be a friend to everybody in the industry if you watch his show. He's a man of God and a man of his word because he said he would do this interview, and he's here. Ladies and gentlemen, KevOnStage.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Did I do all right?
You did great. I was like, you forgot 3 million on Facebook, but you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to say
period.
nothing.
Okay, 3 million on Facebook.
Nothing, you know what I'm saying? 3 million on the book.
Period. Okay. He's also a humble man of God.
I mean, if you listen numbers, you got to put them all up in there.
And tell the whole truth.
People know.
Shame the devil. I love to see it. Listen, you got a lot going on, and we're going to get into as much of it as possible. Okay. August 21st, your series Churchy will be airing a second season on BET Plus, where you can stream that.
Yeah.
Then on BET, the channel, television,
do your research.
The box. You know what I'm saying? You will be airing your show, Hospital. The hospital, yeah. Which is going to be sketch comedy. And from what I saw, you got every influencer under the sun who could make it to LA.
I got so many people. I love working with people.
I see. We're going to talk about that. You love nepotism and fempotism. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then you have your next New York Times bestseller, In Jesus' Name.
We believe, listen, the numbers ain't going well yet.
Okay, it's going to go.
I hope so.
It's going to go. Listen,
because it'd be hilarious that successful failure is a New York Times bestseller failure.
Let me tell you something.
It would be apropos.
We do things late sometimes.
You know what I mean? Gotta make that check come.
We are gonna come in last minute.
That check
That's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we do. Successful Failure coming out September 25th. Guys, buy the book. I've already pre-ordered it. Do what you got to do. Amazon, Target, whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? He who shall not be named. Go get the book wherever you got to get. We ain't going to say, y'all going there for other things? Just go pick up the book while you're on your way to get your hand soap. Anyway, Kev.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Tell the people how this happened.
And we need to get a picture so I can go on your thread and prove that it happened. You put out a thread.
Yes.
That was like, basically, Kev, I'm shooting my shot. I would like to get you on my podcast. Unbeknownst to me, because I really don't spend much time on threads.
The man reads.
Unbeknownst to me. And what happened was Joshy, who's my longtime photographer, videographer, he texted me a screenshot of the thread and was like, Kev, I know you get these all the time, but I can vouch for Lish. She's dope. She's a poet. I worked with her when we were at All Def. Like, if this matters at all to you, I can vouch for her. She's good people.
Love it.
And I was like, okay.
Then that's how we go.
And listen, I try to do what I wanted and still need done. So like, I'm still shooting my shot to people, and I try to put out into the universe, even though I believe in God. Amen. And I know He's a creative author.
He's the creator of the universe.
Right. But I try to be for people what I need and what people have been for me. Obviously, it's hard to do it all the time, but I would hope that as big as I ever get, I'm always reminded of how I was not always big and how I was like shooting my shot DMs and low key, I really just started doing this for the first time. Thanks to Issa Rae and Kevin Hart.
telling
like
us
literally,
help.
Issa Rae was like, I don't ever want to do this. And that's how I am too. I just don't like asking for help or anything. So it was good. You know, each one teach one.
Yeah.
Reach up, reach back is my philosophy. So as I reach up, I reach back, and then hopefully you do that for somebody else.
Absolutely.
And then we all help each other.
Yeah.
Everybody
absolutely.
eats, B.
Everybody eats. Everybody eats. I love it. The B, you know, I'm from New York.
Oh, are you?
So I'm from Brooklyn. Yeah.
Oh, Brooklyn.
Yes,
I know that place.
Yes, no matter where you go in the world, if you say Brooklyn, somebody will be like, hey, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So absolutely. No, truly, I appreciate this because, you know, in that moment, I saw that you were in Atlanta and kind of moving and shaking. And I think the thread said, in the interest of missing 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I really do believe in that.
Yeah, for sure.
I am bold and audacious, and I get a lot of no's, right?
Oh, do you?
But I'm okay with that because I also get a lot of yeses.
Yes.
You know, like our podcast, we started in March of 2023. You know, by 2024, we were picked up by SiriusXM for Holy Culture Radio, right?
Oh, dang.
And that's huge.
Yeah.
But I failed a lot in my career before that. So I showed Kev before we got on camera a picture of me and Joshy. I feel funny calling him Josh. He's a grown man. Josh.
No, he's Joshy.
Joshy.
He's not a grown man. He's just 32, so he's a child.
Josh.
He's
Joshy,
a sweet little baby on the breast milk.
He is the sweetest person, though. But he gonna get that work done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is probably why y'all still working together after all
Absolutely.
these years.
That's my first employee.
He's amazing. But anyway, I showed Kev a picture of us filming in Central Park in 2016. When I used to do slam poetry, New York, if you know, I used to host at New Eureka, and I used to do all the stuff. So all that digital found out about me, said, hey, we're gonna send Joshy, we'll do some poetry. We spent 2 hours in Central Park doing poetry. It never came out, okay? I told him about an interesting deal I made with a brand that All Def had for 10 seconds called Signal. You know, the video is still on YouTube to this day with a couple 100,000 views, baby. It didn't do. I've been working for years. So if you told me no, it'd have been okay because I know eventually.
Yeah.
It would happen.
I've adopted part of that philosophy. Yeah. I feel like the answer is already no. Like, if you don't ask, the answer's already no. Yep. If they say no, you're really just back to where you were. The only thing that can change is that it might be a yes. So if you ask them and they say no, well, they wouldn't come in or they wasn't doing it, no way. What do you have to lose? Like, literally, what do you have to lose?
Nothing to lose.
And the thing is, people ask me for stuff to do things or whatever, and I often say yes, as much as I possibly can. But when it's me, I'll be like, they're going to say you're dumb and you're ugly. And they're going to push you down. Like, it ain't just going to be a no. They're going to come to your house and push you down the stairs with their no. But I'm glad to hear that you have persevered. And I think that's so dope because no matter what you do in life, it's not all success. No. Like yesterday, I took some L's yesterday, and I mean, I buried myself in chicken tenders. I really did. I'm supposed to be eating good.
No chocolate ice cream on Churchy. You was busting that chocolate ice cream down with no shirt.
1,000%. I don't know. I know you're not supposed to use
this feels real. This feels too real.
I have done this. And they lucky I was at the hotel. And I had, when I went to place the room service, the ice cream, it became late night menu. And I was like, you so doggone lucky. Because I was going to bring me 3 scoops. How many people are dining? Mind your business. Bring me 3 orders of the ice cream and shut up. I had a bad day. So, but you really, I think in some way, success and failure have both taught me the same lesson. I'm sure you've had a podcast or video go viral, do well. And no matter how well something does, eventually you have to do the thing again. Like Kobe Bryant, he went for 81, right? And it was like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. Then you got to play another game in a few days. No matter how you win the championship, eventually a new season starts. So I think, you know, you can rest, but if you're going to continue, you can't rest on your laurels nor your successes. Like same thing if you have a terrible game or outing or whatever you do, you still got another game in a few days. And I think that approach has helped me because I think sometimes you get discouraged, which is fine, normal, human, all that type of stuff. But I think the only thing that you should not do is like wallow in your failures or your success. You got to appreciate them for the moment. let it pass and move on.
Yeah, absolutely. You joked about dealing with, failures by eating fried chicken and ice cream, but truly,
I really did eat the chicken though.
Respectfully.
And I had cookies.
And you're in Atlanta, you got to eat the chicken.
And listen, that hotel.
Everyone is in LA. Eat a salad in LA.
They season chicken tenders with black love. I said, first of all, this is Lowry's, and I know y'all not supposed to put this in it. Somebody said, I don't care. I'm making this be good if I got to do it myself. So, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. So you joke, but the truth of the matter is you are very resilient.
Yeah.
You do persevere. What keeps you getting back up? You talked about taking L's. I heard you in an interview with David Shands talking about how you had to shut that app down. Like, listen, we was bleeding. It was about to be done. You know what I mean? Like,
studio finna close too.
It's not working. We're not gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
How do you recover? And because it seems quick. It seems like you recover and go.
I think I learned this in therapy. I didn't realize it about myself. My therapist pointed it out. She was like, I think your best skill is you are quick to pivot.
Yep.
Like I'm going to try and share this without getting in trouble.
Get in trouble and I'll just let myself in.
I'm navigating. Okay, so I've been a do it by myself person. And even when I didn't do it by myself, I was the top of the food chain as far as like decisions go. Even back at All Def, even though it wasn't my company, I sat at the top of creative decisions for
content. So you're the reason my stuff didn't come out.
Except poetry. Poetry, I don't know what. I'm not a person. If we made it and shot it, we put it up. So I don't know. Poetry was a little. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was a little brand thing. I think they
blame Russ.
Blame Russ. It was Russ. Man, ain't got nothing to do with me. But I'll be honest. Working with in TV now, I'm navigating working with the network, right? And that's a new thing for me. And there was just something yesterday that I pitched, and they were like, "Nah." And I was like, ugh, because I had already thought it was a yeah. I was like, ooh.
I've been there.
I thought y'all was going to say yeah, but y'all going to stick with the no, huh? Okay. And I was in the shower this morning, and then an idea popped in my head like, okay, this is how I'll make the best of this. And it wasn't that they said yes, and they weren't even wrong. Like in this situation, they were absolutely right. I'm a little gung-ho too, sometimes very passionate. But I think the fact that in the shower, my mind is like, oh, we'll do this, right? And I think I have learned that you just gotta adjust, right? I was a stand-up, I'm a stand-up comedian, but I was a touring stand-up comedian in the pandemic. 2020, my worst fear was that I would get canceled. It would be like something I said, some old video. I don't even have a whole bunch of old stuff that I was saying crazy because I always wanted to be who I am. But sometimes the world changes and the things you that weren't problematic
weren't bad then,
now become problematic. So I thought, okay, one day I'll get canceled. And then Earth got canceled. And I remember being like, dang, this is our number one, this is how we make our money. This is what I do. And I remember I was sitting in my backyard, and we had just moved to Calabasas, which was infinitely more expensive than where we were living.
Calabasas, my Lord.
And
do it for the blacks, Kev.
Man.
Do it for the blacks, for the black people anyway.
And we was in there. And then all our money went away, and I was like, they're going to let us stay?
Oakland?
So, I was like, okay, I can't go do stand-up, but I'm not gonna do Zoom. And no disrespect to Zoom comedy, but the 3-second lag is too long for stand-up.
I don't like preaching on Zoom. It's terrible.
It's terrible. I need that amen or boo.
Quickly.
But I need it quick. And I remember LA was like, okay, you can have up to 25 people outside if the people from one house can be together and then 6 feet apart, blah blah blah. And I was like, that's enough. I performed shows with 25 people, and I was like, oh. I could stream it, right? And I could you and your husband and 2 other friends to come invite you, do COVID tests. And then what happened was this idea popped in my head with nobody else. Dave Chappelle did it before me. And a lot of people have been like, oh, well, can't do it. Now Dave did it. And when he did, I was like, oh, great. Now I can show people it's going to be like this. You could buy tickets. Positive. I had a better year that year than I would have ever had. If I sold every single ticket that year on tour that I was scheduled for in every single city, I mean, every seat, I wouldn't have made as much as I did with Keep Your Distance, nor would I have been able to help as many comedians as possible. And here's the other thing. As the world opened back up, Keep Your Distance died. Because as people could go outside, they don't want to come home
to your living room.
To their living room. They want to go, they can go to the actual comedy club. So the thing about pivot is it works both ways. Sometimes you pivot into it and it works. And it's some, the drug game, we're both aware. Sometimes
you can hit a lick. Go ahead.
Sometimes you can hit a lick for a while, maybe one time, maybe 3 times, but when it's over, it's over. And I think that's what has helped me be fresh. I'm not really tied to any one mode of doing things. I'm tied to creating. And I think that creation can come in many different forms. And I embrace them all for what they do. I love stand-up, but I love acting as well. I could take a break from stand-up and do acting, take a break from acting and do stand-up. I could write, I could edit, you know what I'm saying? So I think in that way, the pivoting is the key.
Yeah, same. When you were talking about shower thoughts, my husband smiled at me because I come out the shower with a whole show, whole documentary we should produce. We have a media company called Blame Media, and he is the Melissa.
Is he?
He is we read you all's book. We watched you all's podcast with Latarius, their future wifey, and we literally just kept looking at each other like, well, he really kept looking at me because I'm the one with all the ideas who wants to spend every time we have creating so that the world could feel good and laugh and be enlightened.
I have to be stopped by her.
No, all the time.
She's got to be like, hey.
Somebody got to do it, though.
Somebody's got to
do it. I want to talk a little bit about, the dreamer in you. The person who will die at a 9 to 5. Funny enough, I met my husband on a blind date.
Really?
On a blind date. My best friend used to be his barber when they were in college. She's 4 years younger than me. I'm a little bit of a cougar. And she was like, I got this guy. And he's a little young, but I really think you guys will hit it off. Anyway, we go on this blind date. 5 minutes in, I was like, he's supposed to be my man, my business partner, my best friend. I don't know which one, but he's supposed to be in my life. It was very evident very quickly.
5 minutes
At the time, I was working at Bank of America.
Really?
Doing credit cards, HELOCs.
You are me.
Listen, I was working at Bank of America. I was, they called it solution sales. So if a person called because they lost their card got locked, you were supposed to help them with that and then pivot into upselling them a new credit card, getting them to increase their credit line, send them over to HELOC, whoop-de-woo. I told my husband on our first date that I was like, I won't be at this job for very long. This is not my thing. And he was like, cause he was telling me about, on the first day, what do you do for a living? And he's telling me he's an IT director. Because I just love my foundation. And, I'm probably gonna retire here. I said, I won't be at my job probably in 6 months. And I wasn't. I couldn't, it was killing. I would cry in the parking lot. Like, no cap. I would cry in the parking lot.
I know the feeling.
Yeah. And so when a dreamer like you gets with a person like Melissa, who is, I could be at this 9 to 5 and thrive and be happy and climb up the ladder. My husband is that way. It takes adjusting on both sides. And something that you talked about that I resonated with so much is having to mature from the perspective that this person is against you or doesn't believe in you or doesn't see your vision. To the maturity of, they believe in me, they love me. They also know everything doesn't always work. And we need to be able to buy toilet paper, soap, and have insurance, right? So I think a lot of married people need to hear that, right? How do you navigate that?
First of all, I love that you have Asia Wilson's on.
Thank you. Yes, my girl.
My wife talked about the kite and the string analogy, where you and I are the kites and our spouses are the strings. And the kite wants to fly and would go all the way up. But without a string, it would fly and fall. And same way, the string without a kite would never get off the ground. At the end of the day, they both end up on the ground. So the kite and the string really work together. My responsibility as the dreamer is to catch the wind and fly. My wife her responsibility is to keep me grounded, to not let me go, and to make sure I can navigate the situation. Once I adjusted to that point of view, I started seeing her value as opposed to her as an opposition. Because when you're a dreamer, if you don't believe, then it's me against the world. I'm Jon Snow pulling out my sword. I've felled 1,000 horses. I will die for this. You know what I mean? And that approach is actually very valuable because it's what gets you up in the morning, what keeps you up at night, dreaming, editing, believing, creating, all that type of stuff. But left to our own devices, I would spend I would there's no idea that's bad. Every idea I have is the best. I'm going to change the world and destroy Netflix.
And why wouldn't they greenlight it?
And why wouldn't they? It's fine. And it doesn't matter how many times my wife is right.
Same.
I'm going to be right the next time. Right? So I think I'm really grateful for her in that way because she's helped me navigate so many circumstances, navigate deals, navigate my own personality.
Yeah.
Like, I'm hard to deal with when I'm not getting my way and when a dream is not being actualized.
Yeah.
Everybody's my enemy. Everybody's wrong.
Yeah.
So just last night, my wife was like, and it's really tough to navigate because she's like, let me help you, but don't be mad at me.
Yeah, you get moody.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And it's rare. But I remember I was talking to her and I was talking to our employee and he was trying to be like, the silver lining, Kevin. I said, there's no silver lining today. Everything is dumb.
And don't even talk to me right now.
Matter of fact, let me go. And my wife was like, I know you had a rough day. I just want you to eat and go to bed.
God bless Melissa.
And I was eating the chicken. I was like, chicken's good. It was so fireless. The fries were so, I really had to I had to like lick my wounds a little bit.
Yes.
Because we don't, everything doesn't always work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And in our mind, how could it not? What do you mean?
Yes.
Like,
the Lord gave me this idea.
The Lord himself.
Because we from the church, so we believe.
God himself. Like, when I started KevOnStage Studios, people think I'm joking. I'm being dead serious. Netflix was going to
pay.
They were going to be like, man, somebody is killing us, y'all. They are leaving Netflix and they're going to the COS. What is COS? KevOnStage Studios? And I was going to be like, hello, Netflix. I thought you might call. It's taking you some time. Yes, it's me. They never did. They didn't notice at all. I don't think one person, even the people I know at Netflix.
They noticed.
They didn't know. They did not Netflix.
It may not move the needle, but they noticed. They noticed.
But my next thing's always going to be my best thing. Yeah. And I think that's a good way to be. But I think it works. We are great together for that reason. Yeah. Because she would still be working at Key Bank and not tripping. Like, I'm not even saying that's bad. A lot of people don't. Everybody's not built like us, and I don't mean to elevate us. There's nothing wrong with going to your job and getting your steady paycheck and your health insurance and letting them other headaches be somebody else's, taking your PTO. I miss it sometimes.
Ain't no PTO
I ain't got no PTO. I ain't got no direct deposit. Now, I can have 3 good months and I can have 6 bad months. So, and taxes is crazy. So Taxes is crazy. Taxes is crazy. They don't just tell you what it is.
I don't want to talk about it. Go ahead.
So,
your taxes is probably.
It's crazy. It's all crazy. But my parents did it. Both my parents and my dad and her dad, both in the military for 25 years. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Melissa could have worked that job, and it's stressful to be an entrepreneur. Some entrepreneurs be like, I'm done with this. I'm going back to a regular job. I liked direct deposit and health insurance. Like, Boeing was a good gig. We got Christmas to New Year off. And then a bonus, and then we got a bonus notification then around Valentine's Day. I was like, this is all right. The kids was in private school. Like, I wasn't tripping. But I think I couldn't do that because I just weren't built for that. I was going to get fired. For sure. Either quit or get fired because I can't be at the people's job. No. Not watching YouTube and studying. I was trying to get on the design team at Boeing. Everybody else had Dells because, corporate. Yeah. But the design team, they had Apple, Macs. I cannot draw.
But you thought you was going to get you a Mac.
I said, I want to apply for, just so I could get iMovie. Just so I could edit at work. But I was looking at that. They was like, Kev, stop. My coworkers were like, bro, they all went to college for design. They're like 6 years in. You're not getting on this team. On the design team. You got to do like a whole drawing packet. They're like, you're not going to get on. I was like, what up with the old laptops?
Give me one of them. I love it. No, dreamers, we just something in us, man. I think it definitely is placed by God because the truth of the matter is you got to have the yin and the yang. You got to have both. I feel like, so much of what, like I use brown sugar base because of Melissa. Yes. Right? Never heard of it until her, right? So obviously she could have been at some other job, but she is an influential person. She's funny. She's beautiful. These are things that I feel like, you helped her realize. And I always talk about my husband, he's an incredible public. So I'm like, you need to be keynoting at all these black tech, Afro tech, all that, you do your thing. And I feel like these things have elevated him as well. So it's definitely the kite and the string. I love that. Right. I want to get into some of your influences, right? Okay. So you talked about David E. Talbert at one point. Yes. When it comes to the plays that you and your brother used to do. You've done To Keep Your Distance. You've done tours, the Back Pew tour. You're doing the Ball Brothers tour. You got Churchy. You got Successful Failure coming out. You got Spectrum commercials. You got all the things, right? So respectfully, you have surpassed some of your, North Stars from the past, right? Who are you actually looking up to right now?
Have I surpassed them?
Somewhat.
I ain't not no David E. Not with no Jingle Jangle.
Not
no David E.
Yeah, that's true.
Not David E.
But
not Tyler.
These are the people that you're still looking up to. Okay.
Them people is still way beyond. Issa Rae, they're far. Yeah. They're far ahead. Which I think you should. Like the people you're chasing should always seem
what's funny?
I
think, and let me just encourage you real quick. I love that you feel that way, but I don't think the people feel that way. You are like the people.
The
other day, we were on Threads, and we thought somebody was about to say something negative about you. Did you read those comments?
I saw that.
We thought that somebody was... shout out to Scotty Beam, because she's how I saw it. I've known Scotty for years as well.
Love Scotty.
And she posted it, and I saw it too, and I was like, oh yeah, because we was about to ride at dawn for you, brother.
The people love Kev.
So I don't know that we see you far behind.
I get that a lot, and I think I wrestle with it because maybe I'm just, I don't know. I think I always see where I want to go, so therefore I don't acknowledge where I am nor where I came from, and I don't do anything for flex.
Yeah.
So I remember I was telling somebody, I was like, man, I'm trying to get here. They were like, Kev, you have two studios. You have a podcast studio, and then you have a sound stage with a podcast studio, 2 podcast studios in it. They were like, who else has that? And I was like, well, that ain't, we just got that because I was like, well, you're just paying a lot of money in locations and it was just cheaper. They're like, yeah, whatever your business reasons are, fine.
You're doing it.
But you have 2 podcasts. You bought a house in LA. Which that was my goal. I ain't buy that house.
Oh, okay.
No, we was just renting over there at the Bastards. Yeah, we was over there. That's old money though. Them people, they was acting crazy prices. But I think because remember, I'm supposed to take Netflix down.
Yeah.
So I do accept that I can be both an inspiration and a goal for someone while I'm also somebody else is an inspiration and goal for me.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I've landed.
Yeah. Well, take some of your flowers, man.
I appreciate. I'm taking them.
Some of them
and I suck at taking flowers and compliments.
Yeah,
I just get nervous and my hands get clammy and I want to hide. But I appreciate that, and I appreciated people coming for me because coming to my defense.
Yeah. And he was saying great things about you.
He was,
but
it was worded in a way that I saw people be like,
"What's up, though?
Yeah,
you cool? Is you cool, bro?
That's exactly what it was. Cool. And he's cool. Like I've known him online for a long time. He was like, "Hey, y'all, I like him." It was like, "Yeah, you better like it." Matter of fact, repost it, rewrite it again, rethread it, make it make more sense. But no, that was dope.
Yeah. Successful Failure is a dope title.
Yeah.
Because I think it helps us understand, especially I'm 37. So I'm, an elder millennial, as they would call it. But I do think that even those of us who like to talk about how we didn't come up online and whatever, we have now adopted the same microwave mentality as the Gen Z. We want things to happen quick. We want to put something out. We want it to go viral immediately. And I think you telling your story in this way helps us to understand the patience that it takes to become who you are becoming. One of the things I love about you, from what I've seen online, is that you don't seem to care more about being a success publicly than you do privately. A lot of people, specifically from the faith background, are public success and a private failure when it comes to relationships, marriages, their kids, all sorts of things. And I saw you almost turn down the podcast summit because it was going to be on one of your son's birthdays, or it has been in the past on one of your son's birthdays.
This year. I was not going to do it this year.
You were like, if you can get me out by this time, I'll do it.
Yeah.
How do you navigate making sure that you're not a public success and a private failure?
Because my ultimate goal above anything is that in 20 years, during Thanksgiving and Christmas, my kids feel safe enough to come home with whoever they are with and whoever they love, to come to their parents' house and their parents are still together. Yeah. That's my number one goal. And I'm dead serious about this. I listen to, and Shaq's been very open and public about this. He's always like, I have a 30,000 square foot home, but I'm alone. And like, that's my worst nightmare. My worst nightmare is not working a regular job. Like, if you gave me a choice of like, hey, you can have your family, but you got to go, you know, back to Boeing, then I would go back to Boeing. I would find the joy in the 10-minute breaks and the lunches and the vacation and weekends. But if you told me you get all the dreams you want, you're famous, you got shows on all these platforms, you got a private plane, you got $100 million, but you are divorced and your kids don't rock with you, well, then that's just, I would turn all that in.
Yeah.
Because I've had a great life and we've had fun at every stage.
Yeah.
When we had no money, my wife, you think she's creative now. Boy, she found a way to get us to do some stuff. I remember they used to sell like coupon books and stuff. And we used to want to take our kids to the Sonics games and Mariners games. We ain't have full price tickets. But she found like, we go Tuesday, October 17th. Now they're going to be playing a team that who cares about. And the game got to be at 2, okay?
In the afternoon.
But it's $1. I go Tuesday evening so we're gonna spend $8 and we went our kids, my brother and his kids, her sister and their kids.
Yeah.
We used to go to the park, have lunch, play games, like. And one of our sisters was on EBT, so we used to have state-sponsored barbecues and cookouts.
Come on, state sponsor.
Shout out state of Washington. We got lamb chops.
I've never quite heard it put that way.
Yeah, state-sponsored barbecues, little lunch situations. You know, we'd have game night. We play Uno and Taboo. Like, you don't need money to enjoy that.
Yeah.
So, and money cannot replace when what you truly enjoy.
Neither can success.
Neither can success. There's times when me and Melissa went on a trip to Egypt with our boys, and we were gone for like 2 weeks. Most expensive vacation I've ever taken to this day. It was insane.
Yeah.
We were arguing. Me and her were in a bad place for like 4 of the 10 days. And at that moment, I realized, oh man, a 5-star hotel, the best food money can buy for. We were on a yacht that was like, it was my family of 4. We all had our own room technically. Me and Melissa stayed in the same bed. Yeah. There was a crew of 22 people. They were like, oh, 2 weeks ago, Tom Cruise was on it. The week before that, Pharrell. And last month was
I don't want to hear nothing about you thinking that you behind certain people. I'm about to throw something at you. Okay, go ahead.
But me and Melissa were not in a good place. And I remember sitting there thinking, oh, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, how much money you have. If you're not at peace, it doesn't matter. Now, we've been at Motel 6 before and
yucking it up,
cigarette smoke all through here. The doors are outside. And people was paying by the hour. Now, you know when people pay by the hour, they not coming to lay down. I mean, they coming to lay down, but they're not going to sleep. We had the time of our life at that Motel 6. I still taste the cigarettes. Anytime I think of it, I can taste cigarettes. So my goal is that first.
Yeah.
And I work to maintain that. And it's very important to me. Yeah. And it's more important to me than any of the others. And that's also why I'm grateful that my career has been very slow. My rise has been I mean, I'm talking about, I'm 42 years old. People are still finding out about me today. And it's been like, there's no one video that blew me up. There's no one tour. There's no one anything. People just been rocking with me for a long time.
Speaking to me right now.
Yeah, and that has allowed me the pacing to adjust to the stresses on my marriage. My kids, their childhood, I was there, walking them to school, picking them up. I didn't tour heavy until they were already in middle school and in high school. So, I wasn't not a part of their life. And I've been able to adjust to fame and celebrity relative to my life. So I think that's all been beneficial because it'd be dangerous to go and now everybody's looking at you, and you're not really able to handle that. Yeah. So I'm grateful for the way things have happened.
Yeah, I love that. When it comes to something like the hospital, right, where you put your money behind it, you get your people together, you don't have really any guarantee that you're gonna make any money back or anything's gonna happen like that. It's scary. I interviewed Dr. Bobby Jones recently.
Dr. Bobby Jones.
I sure did.
I'm Bobby Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dr. Bobby Jones Gospel. We love Bobby Jones.
You're good. That was good.
Yeah, I love
really
Bobby
good.
Jones.
You should do more impersonations. That was good. I don't know that you know this, but his story is very similar. So
no, I didn't know this.
I said, you're the first content creator, bro.
Bobby
Jones. So Bob Johnson from BET, when he first got the job at BET, they didn't have programming. And they didn't have a studio. And they could not afford a whole lot of programming because BET wasn't BET, right? he found out about Dr. Bobby Jones producing his own show.
Really?
The show had already been 2 years in, right? I think he said he was making like $100 a week or something, and he was paying everybody else. He wasn't even getting paid. But because they had the footage already, Bob Johnson presented this footage to the executives at BET and said, we can air this show. And that's how Dr. Bobby Jones Gospel got on BET. And he said it was about 10 years of that before they went to the BET studios and started filming at BET. And that's when he started wearing the shiny suits and then Brenda and Kirk and all of them showed up. But before that, it was him, James Cleveland, and anybody else who could sing at their studio
in
that
Nashville?
He was filming. Yes.
Wow.
And it made me think of things like what you've done, some of the things I'm trying to do. You know, sometimes it's not going to catch on, but it doesn't mean that you should stop doing it.
Yeah.
So I want you to kind of talk to, you know, the other creators out there who are funding something, putting all their money, all their time, their mental energy, asking their friends to show up for free with no guarantee. You know, give them some encouragement, some inspiration to keep going.
There is a movie, Kevin Costner, I think it's called Field of Dreams, where he says, if you build it, they will come. And I think he's talking about a baseball field, and there's like some ghost part. Forget all the other stuff. The part I want to focus on is if you build it, they will come. Yeah. And I think that's kind of been my philosophy for Churchy. Me and Melissa saved our money. I always joke that Spectrum should be an executive producer in Churchy because I was like, Spectrum, thank you. Savings account, savings account. Brand deal, savings account. But it was a huge undertaking, and we initially lost money. Technically, if I want to be honest, can I be honest? Even in the second season, I still probably haven't made my money back from the first season. But it's like a necessary thing. And it has produced a second season, the hospital, and other things that we have on the horizon because people have seen not only has it been done, we produced it both times.
Period.
Like physically produced it, paid the people, you know, hired the people, paid the people. And it's crazy to see the amount of money that it costs go into your account and go right back out. And I was just like, dang, that's wild. And it was fast. When you got to pay people, that money go faster. I never see money go away that fast. I said, dang, that Friday to Monday, oh, y'all got paid. So it's also very surreal. Like the hospital, we filmed in 2.5 days. Literally, I couldn't even afford that hospital rental place was very expensive for a person to rent. And paying all those, I paid all those actors. Every single person.
Wow.
Except Tony Baker.
Yeah. He did it for the love?
My nigga, man.
Yeah. Gotta do it for the love.
I mean, and he can get paid. He just will not sign the paperwork. Like, I sent it to him, and they follow up, and after 2 months, they're like, okay, brother, you don't want to do it.
Shout out to Tony, man.
Shout out to Tony, but the money's always there.
Well, he know y'all gonna make money together.
1,000%.
He already knows what
a little
it is.
couple hona ain't gonna make him no never mind.
I got a couple friends like that. God bless them.
And I'm that friend too.
Yeah, me
like,
too.
I pull up, it ain't even like, we ain't talking about no bread for real.
I got a contract right now that I didn't sign for just, I was like, girl, keep your money.
Keep your little funky little five.
Keep your money.
But
I know you got other things to do.
It's so interesting that like that has been picked up for TV because that was not it was just for Patreon.
Got it.
Never intended to be anything more. Now, obviously, I shot it on the cameras that if somebody was interested, you could do it. Right. And that's part of the reason why it was expensive. Right. But I didn't even like plan to sell that. Yeah. So I feel like that's really where it can only be God, right? Because my path has been up until this point, make it, sell it versus pitch it. To this day, I haven't pitched anything that didn't already exist. And also I don't advise everybody to do this because it's very expensive. But I realize for me, it's so much easier to say yes to something that already exists. Yeah. Because it's there. Yep. You don't have to take a chance on it. Yeah. You can now
imagine.
You don't have to imagine it. Yeah. You don't have to produce it. You don't have to go through the notes process. It is here. We have the files. And I think that's been my competitive advantage so far as I'm willing to make it. And even if you didn't buy it, I've already won because my Patreon has got it. You know what I'm saying? So that's been great. This next thing that I'm working on that I just shot a few weeks ago, idea literally came to me. I could not sleep that night, and I was like, man, I really can't. And then that idea was like, in my mind.
Yeah.
And I had to get everything that I was thinking about off of my phone. And within 5 weeks, we were shooting.
Yeah. You got to move quick.
You
know
got
what I'm saying?
to.
You got to move quick. Money loves being expedient. You can't. Slowness, you will lose it. You'll lose the idea. Somebody else will do it. You'll just lose it. And I think too, realizing that failing fast is the best thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if it's not going to work, let's find that out quickly.
Right away.
So I'm not dreaming of this for 10 years or for it to not be a good idea in the first place.
And I can live with that.
Same.
If I shoot a basketball, it go in or it go out. And I know right away. And you know the adjustment, and I can move on.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. And I think the only thing I'm not okay with is not trying.
Yep.
I cannot live with regret.
Yep, same.
Failure is fine.
Yep.
Failure ain't no make you know, never mind. Success is fine too. But the unknown, I can't sleep at night knowing, man, if I would have just tried. Because I believe that if you don't activate your idea, it'll go to somebody else.
Somewhere else. It's energetic.
Somebody else will have that same idea and activate it, and you'll be sitting there. They stole my idea. You don't know them.
Yeah.
So
the idea never belonged to you.
No.
It only belongs to you when you execute it. Then you can say it's mine because now it's out and it's the proof that you did it. But it doesn't belong to you.
Speaks.
It really do speaks.
Lish really do speaks. Lish Speaks is a great name.
Because
you be speaking.
Listen, I've done a lot. I've acted, slam poetry, rap.
Why'd you stop doing slam poetry?
Ooh, that's a good question. So the truth of the matter is, I think I got in my head.
Lish.
Isn't it crazy?
Why you got in your head?
I think I got in my head because I was doing music at the time, and I had become a BT Music. Remember BT Music Matters?
Yeah.
I was a BT Music Matters artist. That's actually how I met Scotty Beam.
Really?
I've lived a lot of lives in 37 years.
You've been doing that. You don't do music either?
Ish. I do music-ish now.
Lish-ish.
Lish-ish. You know what I'm saying? And I used to write for a lot of art. I used to do a whole lot of stuff. And I think I kind of got in my head about the poetry versus the music. This was a time, you remember 10 years ago, you couldn't do more than one thing.
Right. You had a niche down.
This is what you do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then so the music started doing well, you know what I mean? I was very militant. My first project was called Melanated. This was in 2015. You know what I'm saying? So this is, and so, I was on that. You know what I'm saying? I was on that. And then as I continued to make music and that's how Signal found me. So the radio station that I work with now, Holy Culture, shout out to Holy Culture, Sirius XM, channel 140, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you're watching it there. They found me because they were playing my music. Someone called me and said, you're on the radio. I had a song out called Today. It's a very bippity-boppity song. I've never created a song like it before. You sing or rap, or both? Both, but I mostly rap. I've never created a song like it before or since. And I really believe there's something behind that.
Yeah.
But they were playing my music, and then they realized, she yaps. She has a podcast. We had 8 episodes out. We had produced it. I filmed all 8 episodes before I even announced that I had a podcast.
That's what I'm talking about.
I like
baby.
execution.
Let's do it.
I don't have time to be. We put a podcast out, and then now life has got. Because I still work full time to this day.
To this day.
Still
Kev. Work full time.
To this day.
What you do to?
I'm an associate minister at a church in Duluth, Georgia. Yeah,
boy,
I was a youth minister.
You was a youth pastor?
This is why I love Churchy. We're going to get to that in a second.
Oh, you're going to love this season.
Am I?
Oh, it's good.
So I know about bringing people in, trying to get it popping to a church that don't really get it, but you get it, but they don't get it. They don't get social media, but you get it, all the stuff.
Wow.
But yeah, I think I got into my head. I think even with the acting, there's a whole lot of things that I feel like God has said, hey, you could do this. But let me tell you how I knew that media was what I was supposed to be doing. Got this idea in my head. We had just gotten married, and my husband was like, you seem unhappy, and I know it ain't me.
Shout out to the awareness.
He said,
Let me tell you what, I'm not finna own this.
Yeah. He said,
I love this for you because if you're unhappy, what did I do? Is my problem.
Oh, no, not my husband. Child,
I
got to tell him. It's over his head. I got to say, you did, because he's like, I did something. I'm perfect. What do you mean? And I work by choice. I don't have to work. God bless the man of God. So he was like, I gave you the wedding that you wanted. We live in a beautiful apartment. We film at my apartment because we have 17-foot ceilings. It's a beautiful place to live.
Okay,
right?
come on, Duluth.
We do our thing over there. But I understand why you didn't want to come all the way to Duluth. Kevin told me no. He said, I'm not coming to your house.
I'm not going I'm not.
You can come to me.
I mapped it out and it was an hour.
I respect it, brother.
And I said, no. I got too many things to do.
I understand.
I can't get back to where I got to go.
I'm going to get you out of here.
This ain't number 15 minutes from where I
stay.
That Duluth. Duluth. I said, you taking 2 hours plus the time. You taking 3 hours of my day, Lish. You ain't going to speak that much. You speak right here off the cab. He's mid-city, girl.
No, I appreciate it. So anyway, he was telling me, he's like, you seem unhappy. What are you feeling? What's going on? He was like, do you want to put out another project? Because when we met, I had just dropped a project. And so I was like, I actually think I want to do podcasting. Like, I think I really want a show was my words. I want to host a show. I want to be like Sherry Shepherd, Tamron Hall, Oprah. Like, that's my vibe. And he was like, okay, well, when do you want to do it by? And I was like, maybe by like the end of first quarter. By the end of first quarter, everything was filmed and ready to go. That is the first time that has ever happened in my life.
You better administrate.
I've been a creator my whole life. But once
did he make it happen?
Yes.
Because like your partner, it's a blessing.
Yes.
When your partner sees you unhappy, even more blessing to know it's not them, but still work to help you achieve that. I think Melissa's done that for me. Last week she made biscuits just because I mentioned it. That was so nice. But business-wise, she's also like, she knows I'm a pure creative.
Yep.
Right? I will never stop. She knows I will take the money I make from a tour and immediately spend it on a show. So she's not, but she's also has the foresight to be like, we got kids, I'm not crazy, but I am. So she's like, why don't we set aside X amount of dollars for you to create whatever you want, and it doesn't matter if it goes anywhere or nowhere, if you just want to make something. And I'm like, I can do that.
Yes. It's so freeing.
It's so freeing because she knows I got to get it out of me. Otherwise, I'm back at Boeing. You know what I mean? And it doesn't really matter if it gets sold. It just matters that people can watch it.
And you're also miserable to be around when you're not creating. Ask me how I know.
God, trust me.
Ask me how I know.
I know.
He's like, what do you need? Let's get the cameras and the lights in here.
Yes.
Today? Right now?
Yes.
Call somebody because you are not happy.
It's
and
like
there's nothing
a
you
fish
can do
that
about
can't swim.
It's bad.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, people are like, why you work so hard? It's like, I'm doing what I love.
I have to.
So if I'm not on tour, I can't just sit at home and just be like, nice, birds.
Yep. It's not for me.
Sun.
This is why I knew this was going to work for me, too, because one time Maya Angelou said something in an interview. She was talking about how you're only going to be successful at what you are willing to sacrifice for. And I love music, and I may do music again one day. So many of my friends are artists. I love, poetry. I may do that again one day. I need to as a hobby, because hobbies are important. Not everything needs to be monetized.
Absolutely.
But this right here.
You in your bag.
I'm willing to sacrifice. I'm willing to look stupid. I'm willing to shoot my shot. Things I was never willing to do for music. Music was about me being cool. I'm writing for this person.
I see how you locked in.
You know what I'm saying? I'm this. You know what I'm saying?
Brooklyn stand up.
Right, period. You know what I'm saying? Best style to be exact. You feel me? Because you didn't even know that. You felt the best style.
I felt the best style through you.
Period.
It's also the only thing I know, but that's why I know.
Respect. But for media, like, I'm willing to look like a cornball, yo. I don't care. I'm like, yo, this is what I love. This is what I want to do. I'm curious about people. I care about their stories. So when I realized that, and I think my husband realized it was like, okay, this is something that I can really get behind. And I'm sure Melissa does the same thing.
1,000%.
When she sees, like, okay, he's willing to sacrifice for this, and only makes her feel more confident in sacrificing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk really quick about nepotism, and then I'm going to ask you my final question that I ask every guest. You believe in nepotism, and so do I.
Yes.
I love the fact that you give not only your kids, but seem like everybody kids around you
1,000%
is in the second season of Churchy.
Yes, Angel's kids are in there.
Yes.
My
Shout
kids
out
are
to
in there.
That chick Angel.
Yeah, that chick Angel, one of the most talented people on God's green earth.
I love her.
All her children are in the show. My kids are in the show. My niece, McKinley's in the show. My other niece, Micaiah, was in the first season as a baby. She doesn't even know.
I love it.
But she was in there.
Yeah.
I believe in nepotism because every person of power believes in nepotism.
Yep.
They all
do it.
I just saw Kirk Herbstreit's son. He just got promoted to an analyst. He ain't tweeted in a year. No disrespect. But Jerry Jones, do you think he sought out the best people to run the Cowboys? Or did he say, Stephen, I think his daughter's name is Charlotte, y'all are my children. You're going to be in there. When a comedian made a joke, if you want a plumber, if it was Plumber and Sons, it was Johnson and Sons. Y'all got sons in the plumbing? Give me Johnson and Sons. Mortuary is Jackson and Jones and Sons. Every business passes their stuff down. I think Hollywood should be no different. And even if it's not your direct thing, it's your friends, your family. Oh, can you put my son in? I remember I used to watch listen to this podcast, How I Built This, with Guy Raz. Amazing podcast, but I had to stop listening to it because I was so frustrated with how often people could have an idea and go to their friends and family and raise $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 without even taking no outside investment. Just friends and family. You're raising $500,000 for GoPro or whatever.
Yeah, that's not us.
In our communities, brother, why don't you raise your...
You could be selling a $15 T-shirt and they want a discount.
1,000%.
Lord bless them.
We don't have disposable income like that. And we definitely don't have hundreds of thousands by and large. So absolutely. My children, when you talk to them about college, they're like, yeah, after college, I probably just want to work for the company. And they're talking about
the company.
And I'm like, this is crazy.
It's my dream.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That they know they can go work other places, but they always can work with their family.
Yeah.
And that to me is the biggest blessing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a parent, you're supposed to prepare your children's inheritance, but not only their inheritance is prepared.
Come on, Bible.
But why not let them work in it? And my boys are both creative in different ways. And they are able to see what we do and do what we do and potentially continue building on what we've built on.
Yeah.
But if they just want to work at my youngest son could work at a dog hotel and be happy.
Yeah.
But if he ever needs something, we will have given them.
Yeah.
My goal is to die and it be a benefit, not a burden. I want you better be sad. It better tear you up.
Yeah.
But in the back of your mind,
fall out, scream,
push me over in the urn because y'all not going to put me in the casket. Burn me. Burn me alive. But in the back of your mind, you be like,
I say the same thing.
Cook me on 375.
Yeah, come on now. The Lord know I'm coming up.
Yeah.
I'm coming up. We ain't got to get the casket.
270, baby.
All this money on this casket.
Get
Just put it in the ground.
Eddie Bauer edition casket. You ain't got to do all that for old Kev. Cook me. Low and slow. Tender. I want the meat falling off the bone. You feel me? But in the back of their mind, I want them to be like, whew.
We good.
Don't kill me, but you know what I'm saying? Dad they done left me something, right? Because I have homies, man. My homie, he was like, my mom died, man. Oh my God, I'm moving to Vegas and I bought a house because of what she left me. And I'm going to miss her, but man, I got a dog. I got this new Frenchie, man, $3,000. I said, brother, you need nothing. He was sad.
She did all right.
But mama done left a little bread. Brother, he bought a house. Immediately.
Right.
Right? We got to sell fish plates by and large.
Just to bury somebody.
Just to bury somebody.
Lord,
you ain't no insurance.
Yeah.
So that's my goal, is to be a blessing and not a burden.
I love that. I love that. Churchy season 2 is premiering on August 21st, BET Plus. Some of you got everybody named mama in there. Who can we look forward to seeing? Because we had like almost every influencer on season 1.
The main cast is returning. We have Lexi Allen, who plays Mother Jean. She's amazing. Played Mother Jean. Anthony Alfonso returns as Pastor Stinney. Nick Few was in an episode as Teddy.
As the grandson.
Yeah, he's a series regular in this version.
Love it.
Tahir Moore and Quinn Walters were both, just in an episode. They're now series regular. Nice. Jasmine Love joined the cast, so she's a series regular. As far as the cameos go, Tabitha Brown.
Nice.
Recurring guest star. Yeah, Big Tab, not the little.
Not the
Tony
little
Baker,
one.
recurring guest star. Cameos, we got Keith Lee, Affion Crockett, Reggie Coos, Lecrae, Kirk Franklin, in braids, in a Shamar Moore wig. That was his idea. That was his idea. He was like, can I have braids? And I was like, you absolutely can. Got his head size, had some braids made. So it's going to be a great show. It's better, funnier, tighter.
Love it.
There's more episodes. 10 episodes this time.
Nice.
And you'll be able to watch it in the weekend. You will enjoy it. So make sure to stream that, run those numbers up the first week.
Run those numbers up. And make sure that you grab successful failure.
Yes.
I don't know how you know the numbers are not doing well. Stop paying attention to that.
My publisher told me.
I know, don't pay attention to that though.
But I got to know.
Just pray.
Father God, in the name of Jesus.
Yeah.
But the good thing about being a New York Times bestseller, you only got to do it once.
And you done it already.
I already did it. You can say 2 times, 3 times, but once you're Grammy Award winning, you're Grammy Award winning. You only got to do it one time. You feel me?
Go run up the book, guys. Make sure that you grab Successful Failure. I ask a question to end off my show, and it is, in the grand scheme of things, what do you want your legacy to be?
Ooh. Kev created a lot of opportunities for a lot of people. More than anything, that's the thing I am most excited to do. is to take an actor and actress who's never had a chance to do it and give them a chance. Take somebody who's been number 10 or 12 on the call sheet and bring them up to number 3 or 2 or 1 behind me, so probably 2. Even if you only were a PA and you wanted to run a camera, but you know, run a camera on your other stuff. Like, that's my goal. Eventually, I want to be able to produce things that other people have written later. Do not pitch me nothing right now.
I'm first in line,
We
so give
cannot
a couple
do it.
years.
I'm talking about 5-10 years from now when we got the stuff. That'd be my goal, is to be able to help elevate other creative writers and talent and comedians. But I think when I look back on what I've done so far, the thing I'm most excited about is creating for other people. People on Keep Your Distance, those comedians who hadn't had anything taped. Yeah. The fact that they have a stellar piece of tape that they can go out and show to comedy clubs and theaters and colleges to get booked. That's my greatest joy, is creating opportunities. Even back to All Deaf, I love to create opportunities for other people, and that's probably the thing I love the most.
I love it. Well, you are well on your way.
Thank you.
To you know, fulfilling that legacy. And I just truly want to thank you for taking this interview, but also truly just being an inspiration from, you know, the books, you know, to you still create several videos a day.
Yeah, I got some in my phone I got to post on the way back.
You know, you just are really like a masterclass for real.
Thank you.
In
you remind me, if you pre-order the book, and you take a screenshot of your pre-order, you can go to the link in my bio, fill out a form, and we'll give you my masterclass for free.
I'm going to do it because I pre-ordered. So
you don't even have to do it now. Like, if you pre-ordered at any time, as long as you have the screenshot, you uploaded that, and we'll send you the masterclass for free.
So listen, y'all heard it here first. Maybe.
No, I haven't said that before. It just got approved yesterday.
Exclusive.
I just let
myself in. If you pre-order the book, screenshot it, go ahead to his website and make sure that you get that masterclass for free. You teach us so much. You've been doing this for years and years and years.
Thank you.
You've been doing it since your kids were little. You've persevered. And so I'm excited to read the book because I know that there's going to be so much information that a person like me is going to be able to take and implement.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for being here,
man.
Lish. Thank you for coming. That's another episode of I'll Just Let Myself In with your girl, Lish Speaks. If you have watched us on my YouTube, please subscribe. I realize about 80% of you who watch my YouTube regularly are not subscribed. So please,
dare you?
Get it together. Kev said,
let me go subscribe right now.
Yeah, it's up and coming. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care.
But subscribe.
Is it Lish Speaks?
It's Lish Speaks, yes. If you're following me on Instagram and you've seen clips of this there, thank you so much. If you're listening on Holy Culture Radio, Sirius XM, Channel 140, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we thank you for listening there. And if you're watching on their YouTube, we thank you for watching there. Listen, you know this is the podcast where we don't wait for an imaginary permission slip or some seat at an imaginary table. Like Kev, we walk through our God-given doors. We walk through the opportunities that God has created for us, and we live fully on purpose here. I want to see you again, same time, same place next week. Leave us a review. Let us know how you're feeling about the podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you think this will bless them, send it to them. And again, I'll see you same time, same place next week. Peace.